reach and twist for twisted triangle. Set your hand down onto the shin or the block or the floor. Lengthen as you inhale. Find that back ankle line.
This one's hard
and
for
turn
me.
your ribs into your chest. Take your right arm up.
Can never seem to get this leg straight.
Start
I try.
Let your right hip reach back towards the wall behind you. And open up like your back's up against the wall through the back ankle line. Let the head lean back into alignment with the back ankle. Breathe.
Sweating. Can you guys see the sweat? Can you see it?
And just look down at the floor. Back as the left hip draws back, and then get as long as you can straight out through the line of the back ankle. It's like a broken record right now with the back ankle thing. You get the idea of what we're working on today. Press your shoulder blades in to open up your chest. Okay, now keep opening your chest. Just look down at the floor and slide your hand and foot in front of your foot. Raise your back leg up. Use your in-breath to lengthen and expand from your center. And as you exhale, spin the ribs in the chest. Reach with those arms. Good. Now, nice and smooth, lower your hand, lower your right leg to meet your left. Let your head drop down. Bring your hands onto your hips. Press into your feet and come all the way up to stand. Then bring your left knee up or take your left big toe up. Good. Stand as tall as you can over your right ankle. Then change hands and twist. Open up to your left.
This one's hard.
Look forward again. Raise your arms up. Stretch your legs straight out in front of you. Bring your hands to prayer and tip into warrior 3. Hold in warrior 3 steady. Bend your right knee. Step back into warrior 1. Big step back, arms up. Then bring your hands to your heart. Spin your back heel up. Lean your chest out over your knee and twist. Take your left elbow to your right knee.
Whoops.
And hold here in the crescent twist for 5 breaths. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back to vinyasa. All right, so that was a super hard sequence. If you're able to get through that, that's awesome. If not yet, just keep practicing. You'll get it.
It was hard.
Step your left foot, warrior 1, inhale, reach up. Bring your hands to your heart. Spin your back heel up and lean your chest out over your knee. Twist, take your right elbow to your knee. Just a few more breaths here. Feel any space as you're holding in your spine that feels like it's shrinking on the vertebra below, and see if you can get more space through there. Then bring your hands down, step back, vinyasa. All right, look in between your hands and hop to seated. All right, you know what this means. Sit in Dandasana. Sit with your legs stretched straight out in front of you for a moment. And just get the upright quality of the spine here. Get the blades to come onto the back. Good. Then lean your torso back about halfway and feel your low abs turn on. From the grip of your low abs, bring your right leg up like tabletop. And then from the grip of your low abs, bring your left leg up too. Yeah, you can lean back a little more. Now from the grip of your abs, take one arm forward. And from the grip of your abs, take the other arm forward too. So key term here being from the grip of your abs, keep feeling that your abs are holding you in this position. Even though of course I know that your hip flexors are holding your legs up and your arm muscles, but pretend like it's your abs that's holding everything. Okay, now slowly round down onto your back. Pause there, grip those low abs in. And then come right back up into boat. Good job. Put your hands back behind you. And with bent knees, take reverse plank. Put your feet down, turn your shoulder heads back, and lift your hips up. Good, stretch down evenly into your feet. Turn those shoulders. Then slowly lower your hips back down. Bring your knees up from the grip of your abs and your arms forward. And hold there. Good, now slowly lower into Ardha Navasana. Hold, feel those abs turn on. And come right back up into boat. Reverse plank, hands back behind you. Turn your shoulders, lift up. Elongate through your spine, breathe. All right, just one more. Lower your hips back down. Bring your knees up, arms forward. And slowly lower down. Hold there, abs in strong. Now take your right leg straight up to the ceiling and bring your hands up and over to the outside of your right ankle. Crunch up one more inch. And change sides. Hands up and over to the outside of the left ankle. Good. Hold there. From your upper abs, crunch up 1 more inch. And then bring both legs up. Lower your head down, fingers behind your ears. Alright, so take a little rest here, but keep the legs straight. Then, lift your hips up off the mat and hold them up. Then crunch up to your knees. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips and your head to keep your legs up. Thanks. Alright, 1 more. Lift those hips up. Good, and crunch up to your knees. Hold there. Lift the hips up 1 more inch. And then crunch up 1 more inch and hold for the last 4, 3, come on, crunch up, 2, 1. Lower yourself down.
Baby.
Set your feet down onto the mat. Take your feet the width of the mat now. And then just let your knees like swivel over to the left. Right arm can open up at your side. And if you want to deepen the stretch, then you can just cross your left ankle onto the outside of your right knee. Just hang there for a few breaths. Good work. That was a tough sequence. Another tough sequence.
I'm sweating.
And then uncross your legs. And change sides. Let the knees fall over to the right. And you can cross your right ankle onto the outside of the knee if you like. Hug the knees in and roll yourself up to seated. Pick up and jump back to chaturanga, or however you can, make your way back.
Ew, it's sweaty.
Alright, now shift into plank pose. I apologize in advance for this next part. Set your elbows down 1 at a time. Bring your feet together and roll onto the outside edge of your left foot. Take your right arm up. Vashisthasana, side plank on your left forearm. So notice that Caroline angled her left arm in to kind of like take the pressure off her shoulder. Feel free to angle that left arm in as much as you need to. Then balance the head back in line with the ankles. And change sides. Right elbow down, left arm up. Good. 5 breaths here. Don't let your hips sink. Here's your good. Keep the head back in alignment with the ankles so that you're strengthening your posture. And turn that left hip forward up on top of the right. Good. Bring your left elbow back down. Now take your hands shoulder distance apart and walk into down dog on your forearms. As you walk in, like imagine I have my knee in your upper back and try not to let that upper back around. Keep taking that upper spine in, tip the sit bones up, and then raise the right leg up from the inner thigh without letting the hips twist. Hold there. Good. Change legs. Left leg up from the inner thigh. Steady on those forearms. Lower that leg down with control. Walk back into plank on your forearms. Hold there. Spread across your collarbones, navel up. Good, just 40 more seconds. No, I'm kidding. Okay, set your hips down. That was enough. And come into Sphinx pose. Alright, so in Sphinx, just let your chest open.
My mat keeps traveling.
Okay, so today we're going to work on the preparation for Pincha Mayurasana. So I will be Caroline's wall. At home, you can take your mat against the wall, and you can also put a block in between your hands if your hands, and now, but as you practice getting your hips more open, your back body more open, it'll be easier to swing your leg up at the wall and then get both legs up. Important, don't let your head go down on that one, and don't let your upper back around. So you use that same work that you learned in the preparation. Okay. Then come back into down dog, and we'll do a little hip stretch to open up the hips for back bend. Step your right foot up to your right thumb, and step your left knee down onto the mat. Then scoot your left knee back a little bit so you start to feel a stretch and opening in the front of your hip. Stay there, reach back with your right hand for your foot or your ankle.
Oh, that hurts. but it feels so good.
Then release that stretch and change sides. Left foot forward, right knee down. And stay there with the knee down if you're already feeling a deep enough stretch there, or bend the knee and reach back with your hand for your foot or your ankle.
Whew.
And just let your breath, visualize like you're directing your breath into the area where you feel the tension to help to release the tension and convert it into life force energy in your body. And then release that foot and stretch back to down dog. Look in between your hands and jump to a seated. Lie down onto your back. Very smooth. Bring your heels close to your buttocks. Feet hip distance apart. Then press your heels down and lift your hips up. Alright, take your hands and grab a hold of the sides of your sticky mat and roll up onto the tops of your shoulders. Alright, so the sticky mat just makes it a little bit easier if your shoulders are really tight or if you have broad shoulders. If your shoulders are very open, you may be able to interlock your hands and still get up onto the top shoulders. But just feel how this wide grip helps you to really express the upper chest. Then lower the hips back down. Pause. Take a breath. And we're going to do the preparation for Urdhva. Even if you can't do the full thing, it's cool. We're just going to practice the hands. So position your hands like you're going to go into a wheel pose. So the hands go under the shoulders. All right, so for many people, it's going to be difficult just to get the hands into this position, like the stretch on the shoulder and the wrist, to get the hand into that position and still be able to turn the elbows in. So if that's the case, just work there and then lift your hips up. Now, if you're there and you're like, dude, that's easy, I got that no problem, I got that mobility and a good back bender, then try to lift up onto your head for a breath and turn the elbows in again, open up the hands even into the mat. And if you're there and you're like, dude, I got your back bend, it's so good, then lift all the way up. Now, as you're folding, actively reach your chest and your hips away from each other. Like I put my hands, one on your back, one on your sacrum, and start to stretch away.
Not today.
Then slowly lower yourself down. And take a breath. So we'll call those different steps. Step 1, hands there at the hips up. Step 2, up onto the head. Step 3, all the way up. Whichever step you want to work on, go ahead one more time. Step 1, 2, or 3. Hold for 5 breaths. And lower yourself back down. Good job. Okay, gently hug your knees into your chest. Let your back start to spread and release. And then take happy baby, reach onto the insides of your knees, grab hold of the outsides of your feet. Alright, then hug your knees into your chest and roll yourself up to seated. Sit with your legs stretched straight out in front of you. And hug your right knee in towards your chest. And then just work on sitting up as tall as you can. Then twist. Put your right hand behind you. Wrap your left arm around your knee. Hold here as you breathe. Alright, so if you enjoy these 1-hour videos, this longer format, this is an opportunity to be able to get deeper into the poses because you're spending more time in the practice. And it's going to help you to deepen your practice if you give yourself a little bit more time. /10. I hope you'll join. Alright, release that twist and change sides. Hug your left hand towards your chest and wrap your arm around.
Twist.
So make sure that your right toes point straight up towards the ceiling, the right inner thigh turns down, and then just feel the spine untangle where it feels like it's sinking. Allow it to become more buoyant. come back to center. All right, now cross your legs and fold forward. Just like simple cross legs folding forward. If you're really open in your hips, you might want to do double pigeon at this point instead, where you stack your ankle onto the outside of your knee and stack your shins. But it's up to you. Whatever feels best, just hang out for like half a minute on each side. So like imagine there's a weight on your hips, allowing your hips to ground. So like as you exhale, you're releasing the hips down, the apana through the hips, connect to that. And feel how by releasing the tension in the hips towards the floor, it can help to release some of the muscles that feel tight in the back and the spine. Then walk your hands back towards you. Change the cross of your legs and start to fold forward.
Ow.
And come back up. And then lie down flat onto your back. Corpse pose. Alright, so as you lie down, let
Corpse
your palms
pose?
turn up. Let your feet fall open. And let the muscles in your legs relax, and your feet. Let the hands soften. Let go of the tension in the arms and the shoulders. Let the abdomen and the muscles in your back relax. Relax the muscles in the neck. Soften the jaw. Empty the tension in the jaw and in the tongue. Feel the sinuses open. The inner ear soften. Feel that the eyes can relax now. Soften across the temples and the forehead. Let the scalp soften. And even allow the brain to soften where it feels like it's pressing towards the skull, let it soften away. And with each exhalation, allow yourself to go a little bit deeper inward. Then take a slightly fuller, deeper breath into your nose and out through your nose. Bend your knees and roll over to your right side. And press yourself up to seated.
Woo!